Guys, after Bitcoin saw over 50% correction within the last couple of weeks, I now have a crazy new chart pattern to present to you that we are actually forming since over 6 months. Yes, you heard me correctly, we are forming this new massive wick of logic since a couple of months now, and I will tell you exactly with this wick of logic at what price levels we are actually going to find our bottom for the correction at the moment, where I am going to reaccumulate some Bitcoin that I maybe sold earlier, or even opening new long positions. This is what the video is about, so stick around till the very end. I can already tell you, no matter if you're trading Bitcoin actively or if you're holding Bitcoin for the long term, you cannot afford to miss out on this video and also to miss out on this massive 6-month chart pattern. But now let's not talk too much. As always, guys, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and smash up a like. Normally every single video of mine reaches 1000 likes, so if you scroll down below and we haven't reached the 1000 likes yet, please smash up a like so we can do so. But now let's not talk too much, let's just jump right into the charts. And first of all, I want to talk about this massive Wyckoff logic, because what we are seeing here is actually a picture perfect Wyckoff logic. As I already said, here as a comparison, the Wyckoff logic as a picture. And as you can already see, guys, if we are closing this out, Bitcoin is right now forming the exact same chart pattern. And I have to say that the bottom for Bitcoin, in my opinion, will be slightly above the $30,000 level, and I can already tell you why. Because with the Wyckoff logic, you can already see that the final consolidation or the final accumulation phase before the trend to the upside again continues is actually at the exact same level as the first accumulation before we see the massive run inside of this Wyckoff accumulation. And where is this? It is exactly in between the $30,000 and $38,000 range, and this is also the range we just broke into. As you guys can see, we had a small accumulation, we see, or redistribution, we see a drop, we see here this T-bounce, we see another correction to the downside, we see the final accumulation, and then we pump. As you guys can also see, we have here this redistribution, we see a dump, we have a pump, we see here exactly, as you can see, we also have here the T, we correct to the downside, back inside of the accumulation, and what happens here, guys? Exactly, we are finding the bottom in this accumulation, and I have to say, there is no guarantee that we are going to fall down to the $31,000 level. Why am I saying this? Because with the Wyckoff logic, the second accumulation doesn't have to happen at the exact same price levels as the first one. It can be a little bit higher, it could even be a little bit lower. So for me, now it's just relevant to keep an eye on the next horizontal support for Bitcoin that may be forming, because this is, I'm at least very, very sure, no financial advice here, but I'm personally very, very sure that as soon as we are seeing the daily candles, now over the following weeks maybe even, if we are seeing them bouncing here, no matter if it's the $31,000 level, the $32,000 level, if we see a few consecutive bounces here on the daily time frame at a specific price level, in my opinion, this will actually be the horizontal bottom for Bitcoin for a very, very long time. And this is why I'm just keeping an eye right now on this massive wick of logic, because as you guys know, if we want to now go onto the smaller time frames to find really the perfect entry, the accumulation phase is for sure in each case a beautiful Wyckoff accumulation phase. So in this case, we already know that there is better, even if we are now maybe reversing here a little bit, we know that there must actually come a better entry point here exactly at the spring before we really start our uptrend again. So I'm not all too worried on missing any entry points here at the current price levels right now, even though they seem very attractive. Also, this is coming because I have a huge hodl portfolio, I'm holding a lot of Bitcoin since a very long time, and I also still have a long position open. As you guys know, I opened a long trade at the $47,000 level because there was a very great chance of the bulls reversing. Sadly, the whole thing turned out to be a dead cat bounce and we corrected to the downside. But still, I also then already told you guys that I expect the Bitcoin price to maybe even correct all the way down to the $30,000 or even the $22,000 level. And this is the reason why I actually only used a 3x leverage for my trade. And this trade is now open. My average entry point now already moved down to the $43,000 level. So my entry is not at the $47,500, it's now already at the $43,000 level. And it will move down even more as soon as I see the accumulation happening. I will scale this trade up massively so that I have a big trade to enjoy the run-up as soon as this accumulation, this wick-off accumulation phase then breaks to the upside. And one very important thing here to notice as well, even though I open trades at $50,000 level, because my strategy always, since I'm a long-term Bitcoin bull, I just expect a Bitcoin pump to happen at any time, because Bitcoin sometimes pumps in the most random moments where nobody expected. So I don't want to miss out on that. On the downside, we have, in my opinion, at least limited downside through the 11-year support that is coming in at the $23,000 level. So if I open my position small enough in the beginning with a 3x leverage, I can enjoy the ride to the upside if it happens. But if we go down, I just scale this trade up step by step so that my liquidation price at the end of the day always will stay below the $22,000 level in the worst case, and I don't lose a trade, right? This is very important. It's also number one rule, even though his name is maybe not the best to drop in crypto, but it's a very true word, right? Never lose money. I mean, Warren Buffett is very right, because if you are starting to lose money and you are taking a losing trade, even you know you could carry this trade to a very important support level that in your opinion we will never break, then I mean it's more or less just a waste of money, and winning back money that you have lost is way harder than just not losing the money, right? And then making profits afterwards. It's just very logical, a very logical thing. But I think this is the chart pattern you all should keep an eye on, guys. I can already tell you this is, when I saw this, I was absolutely blown away, because it's absolutely picture perfect similar. So if you don't want to miss out on something else that is absolutely insane, it has something to do with the death crosses, guys. Believe it or not, guys, we have seen another death cross for Bitcoin, and this death cross is surprisingly similar to the death cross we have actually seen when we saw it the first time somewhere around here. And as you guys know, we are comparing here these two price movements all the time with each other. We just formed another beautiful death cross, but let me show you that in tomorrow's video, because otherwise this one is getting too long, and I think this reaccumulation pattern is something, or this wyckoff logic with this possible wyckoff accumulation phase now coming to us within the next couple of weeks. I think everybody should let this sink in and take a look, maybe even put it in their own chart, because you cannot miss this. I think for the long term, it's one of the most important things I've seen in the charts so far, besides basic fundamentals for Bitcoin, for sure. But now, guys, as always, I would really enjoy if you could smash up a like here on the video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. Leave a comment down below with your opinion about this chart pattern. And like I said, every video of mine normally reaches 1,000 likes, so maybe we can do that today. We will see us in the next one. Till then, bye.